Okay, so have you ever noticed like how sometimes you are just like on win, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like unstoppable, like you can just conquer the world, and other days you're just
Yeah.
like, I can barely like get out of bed, you know?
Totally.
Well, get this.
Okay.
The moon might actually be playing a role in that.
Interesting.
So it turns out those lunar phases
That's great.
we all kind of glance at and ignore.
Yeah.
They could be like influencing our energy and our
Yeah.
motivation in very specific ways, especially when we factor in our zodiac signs.
It's true. The moon's cycle and human behavior have been linked like for centuries.
Oh, wow.
But what we're diving into today goes beyond just those like general vibes.
Okay.
We're talking personalized lunar insights.
I like it.
How each zodiac sign experiences the 8 lunar phases differently.
Okay.
Almost like a unique energetic roadmap.
Okay, so break it down for me.
Okay.
We're talking about like the whole shebang, right?
Yeah.
New moon, waxing crescent,
Mm-hmm.
first quarter, all the way to the waning crescent.
Exactly. Each phase carries a distinct energy
Okay.
that interacts with the typical traits of your zodiac sign.
Oh, that's cool.
So, for instance, let's take like that introspective energy of the new moon.
Okay.
A fiery Aries might find it frustrating,
Yeah.
like a forced time out,
Makes sense.
while a watery Cancer might feel right at home,
Oh, yeah.
diving deep into their emotions.
So it's not just a one-size-fits-all lunar influence. It's
Right.
like tailored
Exactly.
to each sign.
To each sign. Yeah.
Tell me more about this new moon energy.
Okay.
It's all about new beginnings, right?
Yes.
But how does that actually, like, play out?
Well, think of the new moon as like a cosmic reset button.
Interesting.
It's less about taking action
Okay.
and more about going inward.
Yeah.
It's the time to reflect on what you truly desire
Okay.
and set clear intentions for the month ahead,
Yeah.
almost like planting seeds in the fertile darkness.
So even though the overall energy is lower,
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily, like, negative. It's more about strategizing before jumping into action.
Precisely. It's about working with the natural ebb and flow of the lunar cycle.
Okay.
Imagine those impulsive fire signs always ready to charge ahead.
Right. Always on the go.
The new moon kind of encourages them to pause,
Yeah.
to plan, to channel that fiery energy into a well-defined direction.
So they don't just, like,
Right.
run off a cliff.
Exactly.
Okay, what about the grounded earth signs
Yes.
during this new moon phase? They must be in their element with all that planning.
Absolutely. Earth signs thrive on structure and practicality.
Makes sense.
So this is their time to shine.
Yeah.
Picture a Taurus meticulously crafting a detailed to-do list for their new venture.
Oh, yeah.
A Virgo organizing like a color-coded spreadsheet
Uh-huh.
for their ambitious goals.
Yes.
This is when they lay the groundwork for success.
I love it. Okay, so the new moon is for setting those intentions and making plans.
Yes.
Then
Okay.
what happens as the moon starts to grow? Into that waxing crescent. Does the energy, like, shift?
It does as we move into the waxing crescent.
Okay.
It's like those seeds we planted during the new moon are starting to sprout.
Okay.
You'll feel a gentle increase in momentum, a subtle push to start taking those first small steps toward your goals.
Now this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
How do the different signs react to this shift toward action?
Yeah,
It seems like things could go in very different directions depending on the sign.
absolutely. Imagine our methodical earth signs.
Yeah.
During the waxing crescent, they're in their happy place,
Okay.
creating detailed plans and breaking down their goals into manageable steps.
Uh-huh.
A Capricorn, for instance,
Yeah.
might be mapping out a detailed timeline for a new project,
I can see that.
reveling in that step-by-step progress.
They love it.
On the other hand, you have those Aries signs,
Yeah.
always buzzing with ideas.
Uh-huh.
For them, this phase is all about brainstorming, networking, and testing the waters.
Oh,
A
cool.
Libra, for example,
Yeah.
might be bouncing ideas off friends,
Yeah.
gathering feedback and refining their vision.
I like it. So you have the earth signs building the foundation
Yeah.
and the air signs fanning the flames of inspiration.
Yes,
It sounds like a pretty effective combination.
it is. Each sign brings its strengths to the table.
Cool.
But then we get to the first quarter moon,
Uh-oh.
and things can get a little, well, interesting.
Okay.
It's a phase of action and overcoming obstacles where the path forward might not always be smooth sailing.
So we're moving from brainstorming
Right.
to actually tackling challenges.
Yes,
That sounds intense.
can be. The first quarter moon is often when we encounter those first hurdles on the road to our goals.
Okay.
Motivation is high, but so is the potential for frustration
Yeah.
as we navigate unexpected detours.
I'm picturing those fire signs.
Yeah.
Charging right into those obstacles, ready to take them head on. They're right?
For an Aries or a Leo, facing obstacles during this phase just fuels their determination. They thrive on that challenge, pushing forward with that signature fiery energy.
Okay, what about the earth signs?
Earth signs, however, approach these roadblocks with a more strategic mindset.
Yeah.
They're more likely to pause, analyze the situation, and come up with a well-thought-out plan before taking action.
Problem solving is definitely an earth sign superpower.
Yes.
They probably have a spreadsheet for overcoming obstacles.
Quite possibly.
But after that initial push of the first quarter moon, we move into a slightly less intense phase, the waxing gibbous?
Yes. It's a time for refining plans.
Okay.
Making adjustments and ensuring everything is running smoothly as we approach the full moon.
So we've tackled the first hurdles, and now it's all about fine-tuning and making sure we're on track.
Exactly. And a key element here is commitment.
Okay.
Sticking with the plan and resisting the urge to jump onto something new.
Oh, that's hard.
For fire signs, this can be a test of patience,
Yeah.
requiring them to slow down and focus on the details.
Makes sense.
For earth signs, however, it's a chance to truly shine, putting their meticulous nature to work and perfecting every aspect of their plans.
It sounds like the waxing gibbous phase is all about those crucial final touches before the main event, the full moon.
The full moon.
And I'm guessing that's where we'll see some seriously amplified energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The full moon is the culmination of everything that's been building during the waxing phases.
Wow.
It's a time of heightened emotions, amplified energy, and the illumination of what we've been working towards.
That's cool.
But we'll dive deeper into that in the next part of our lunar journey.
I can't wait. I'm already starting to see how understanding these lunar phases can be a game changer. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the fascinating world of lunar energy and its influence on each zodiac sign.
It is fascinating. The full moon, it's like the grand finale of like a fireworks show, where all that built-up energy finally bursts forth in like a dazzling display.
Makes sense.
It's a time of illumination where the intentions we set during the new moon kind of come full circle.
Okay.
And we can like clearly see the results of our efforts, both the triumphs and the areas that still need work.
Oh, wow. So it sounds almost like a cosmic report card.
Yes.
Where we get to see how our efforts have like manifested over the past few weeks. I'm guessing this heightened energy can be a bit overwhelming for some signs, while others are like totally thriving in the spotlight.
You're spot on. Take our fiery friends, for instance.
Okay.
The full moon is like their personal stage where their creativity, passion, and drive are amplified.
Oh, they must love
They're feeling extra inspired and ready to make bold moves. But they also need to be mindful of burnout.
Okay.
Remember, they've been pushing hard all month.
Right.
So a little self-care is crucial during this time.
Got to recharge.
Yes. Think of it as like a pit stop for our high-octane fire signs.
So a little reminder to recharge those batteries, even when you're feeling unstoppable.
Exactly.
What about the water signs?
Okay.
They're already so in tune with their emotions.
Right.
I imagine the full moon can be a bit of a roller coaster for them.
Absolutely. Water signs are deeply connected to their emotions, and the full moon intensifies everything.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a Cancer feeling every emotion with heightened sensitivity.
Whoa.
Or a Pisces swimming in a sea of amplified intuition.
That's intense.
This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's important for them to prioritize emotional well-being during this time.
Right.
Whether that's through journaling, meditation, or simply spending time in nature to ground to balance those intense feelings.
So it sounds like the full moon really brings those emotions to the surface, encouraging us to acknowledge and work with them, whatever they may be.
Yes.
So what happens after the full moon? Does the energy start to like settle down?
It does.
As we move into the waning phases?
After the intensity of the full moon, we transition into the waning gibbous moon.
Okay.
A phase that's all about reflection and gratitude.
Oh, okay, cool.
Think of it as taking a deep breath after an exhilarating run. A moment to pause and appreciate how far you've come.
Okay.
It's a time to savor the successes, acknowledge the lessons learned from any challenges, and express gratitude for the journey so far.
So less about like pushing forward.
Yes.
And more about understanding and integrating the experiences we've had.
Exactly. During this phase, the focus shifts from outward action to inward reflection.
Makes sense.
It's a perfect opportunity to review your progress, analyze what worked and what didn't, and make adjustments for the next lunar cycle.
Okay.
And as the energy shifts from doing to understanding, our motivations change as well.
This sounds like a welcome change of pace.
Yeah.
Especially for those Earth signs who love to analyze and organize.
You're right. Earth signs truly thrive during this phase.
They must.
Imagine a Virgo meticulously reviewing their progress, noting what worked and what needs tweaking.
Or a Capricorn, using this time to refine their strategies.
I can see that.
Making sure their next steps are even more effective.
Oh, yeah.
For air signs, the waning gibbous moon can be a time for sharing insights and knowledge.
Okay.
They've gathered a wealth of information during the previous phases.
Right.
And are now eager to communicate their findings, inspire others, and engage in thoughtful discussions.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
A Gemini hosting a lively dinner party, debating the lessons of the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Or an Aquarius sharing their latest epiphanies on social media.
Exactly.
They're definitely the Zodiac's communicators.
Yes.
But as we keep moving through the lunar cycle, we encounter the last quarter moon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sensing another energy shift here.
Yes, the last quarter moon is all about releasing what no longer serves us.
Oh.
It's time to let go of old patterns, limiting beliefs, and anything that's holding us back from moving forward.
Okay.
Think of it as a cosmic decluttering session, where we clear out the mental and emotional baggage.
I like to make space for new beginnings.
It sounds like a much-needed process.
Yes.
Especially after the intensity of the previous phases.
Right.
But I imagine some signs are more resistant to this idea of letting go.
That's true. Earth signs, with their love of order and efficiency, often embrace this releasing process with open arms.
Okay.
Picture a Taurus clearing out their closet, donating clothes they no longer wear. Or a Virgo meticulously organizing their workspace, getting rid of anything that clutters their mind or their environment.
Yeah.
They find deep satisfaction in creating a sense of order and spaciousness.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fire signs, however, might struggle with this slower, more introspective energy.
Makes sense.
They're wired for action and momentum. So the idea of slowing down and letting go can feel a bit foreign to them.
I can picture an Aries saying, let go never, there's always another goal to conquer.
Exactly. But even for fire signs, this phase holds valuable lessons. It's a reminder that sometimes letting go is the most powerful step we can take to create space for new growth and opportunities.
That's deep.
It's about surrendering to the natural ebb and flow of life and trusting that something even better is waiting just around the corner.
It sounds like a powerful reminder for all of us, regardless of our zodiac sign, to trust in the natural cycles of life and embrace the power of letting go.
Absolutely.
And finally, we arrive at the last phase of the lunar cycle, the waning crescent moon.
Okay.
What's the energy like as we prepare to enter a new cycle?
The waning crescent moon is a time for deep introspection, rest, and rejuvenation.
Okay.
It's a sacred pause before the next lunar cycle begins. A time to retreat inward, connect with your inner wisdom, and recharge your batteries.
Yeah.
Think of it as a cosmic spa day for your soul.
So it's less about doing and more about simply being.
Precisely. It's a time to surrender to the stillness, listen to the whispers of your intuition, and nurture yourself on a deep level. Some signs, especially those who thrive on external activity, might find this energy challenging at first.
Okay.
Our fiery friends, for instance, are used to being on the go, constantly pursuing their passion. The waning crescent moon encourages them to embrace rest without guilt, to replenish their energy reserves so they can come back even stronger in the next cycle.
I can see how that could be a difficult adjustment for some.
Yes.
But it sounds like a much-needed reminder for all of us to slow down and prioritize self-care.
It is.
It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, and we often forget to take those essential moments to simply be.
You're right, and this is where those water signs often shine.
Yeah.
They're naturally attuned to this introspective energy and can use this phase to engage in spiritual practices, like meditation journaling, or simply spending time in quiet contemplation.
Right.
As a time for them to connect with their inner depths and replenish their emotional well-being.
It sounds like the waning crescent moon is the perfect ending to the lunar cycle. A gentle reminder to honor our need for rest and renewal before we embark on a new journey of growth and expansion. This deep dive into lunar phases has been so interesting.
It is fascinating stuff.
I'm already thinking about how I can, use this knowledge,
Yeah.
to plan my month, set intentions, and maybe even avoid scheduling any important meetings during a certain fire sign's full moon.
Right. Good luck with that.
Just kidding.
Oh, there might be some wisdom in that joke.
Right.
Understanding how the moon's energy affects us, especially when we layer in the unique qualities of our zodiac signs, can be such a powerful tool for self-awareness and personal growth.
It is. It's like having a secret decoder ring for navigating life's ups and downs.
I like that.
Totally. It's like having a cosmic roadmap guiding us toward the best times to push forward, when to prioritize rest, and how to harness those lunar energies to our advantage. So before we wrap up this lunar journey, I'm curious,
where are you in the lunar cycle right now?
Exactly. And what resonated with you most during our exploration?
Yeah. What stood out to you?
Maybe you're a Taurus finally ready to embrace that new moon planning energy for that big project you've been dreaming of. Or perhaps you're a Pisces feeling that full moon emotional intensity and realizing it's time to prioritize self-care.
Right.
We'd love to hear your thoughts, share your lunar experiences, insights, and maybe even your favorite moon rituals.
Until next time, remember, even though we can't see it all the time, that lunar energy is always there.
It's true.
Subtly influencing our lives.
It is.
Whether we realize it or not.